Start of our afternoon session. Bars loaded for Ukraine. On deck is Price in the hall, Kirilova.
All right, we would like to welcome everybody back here at the World Sub-Junior and Junior Powerlifting Championships. This will be the first session for the women lifting today. We've got the 43 and 47 kilo class. With me is Bill Helmick from USA. Welcome, Bill.
Welcome, Heinrich. Good to be with you again.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. As Heinrich was saying, we have the 43 and 47 women today, this afternoon, I should say. This morning we had the 53 and 59 junior sub-juniors.
Yeah, that was quite a session.
Oh, it was a good session. They had
a lot of world records.
I think there were 6 all told.
Yeah.
6 world records. And some real good jockeying for final position now.
Yeah. We got altogether 13 lifters in this flight. That will mean we will have a 20-minute break after the squats and after the bench.
Yep. One set, one flight, everybody in it.
Yeah.
Zena Price is our lifter from the USA. 1075. 43 kilos is about 97 pounds.
I don't know. The rest of the world uses kilos.
Okay, you're trying to make fun of me. All right, I lose that one. And that's a good lift, 2-1. On the right-hand side, the referee said that was a little bit high. That's what the little red dot underneath the red light signifies depth.
Yeah. You will see there's a 43 kilo class. Usually the 43 kilo class is just for the sub-juniors and the juniors. In the open, you will see they only start at the 47
kilo class.
Yes.
Correct. Only in junior sub-junior will you see this, which that's a kind of a good thing because it allows the lighter weight women who haven't yet matured to full body growth size to still have a chance to compete. Remember now, the sub-juniors are 14 through 18. And then, I thought she was going to come up on that.
She did it. On that one.
Yeah. No lift.
You don't want to do that on your first attempt at the Worlds.
She lost her back. Her back rounded, and she didn't keep her core tight.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Always keep it tight.
You know, they one of the characteristics of especially the bigger guys, you get big bellies, and our excuse is because we push out on our belts to keep the core tight. I don't know if you heard that one, Heinrich.
Yeah.
Have you got one yet?
Oh, that was fast.
That was good. All right.
Lift is good, 2-1.
Head chair called on depth there. And
okay, load the bar up for bars loaded.
Our chief referee is from Taiwan. Side referee is from Japan, and the other side referee is Chip from USA, who's writing his Cat 2 exam.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sub-junior champion. 2017 European Women's Junior Champion.
Right, we got Ekaterina coming up. She's a junior champion, a European junior champion.
Oh, yes. Ekaterina
Zlitkova.
115. 253 pounds. She is not going to make in time, I don't think. She's got 14 seconds left.
I think she's going to make this.
She's got to get the...
She doesn't look like she's in a rush.
No, she doesn't. 5, 4, 3.
Yes, she makes it.
She made it with 1 second.
That was quite deep. Oh.
And she grinds it out.
Yeah, her knees came in a little bit.
And look how low she was carrying the bar.
And now she runs.
Alana Easterly, USA, 115 on the bar.
Oh,
It's
that
the
was-
wrong way around.
Jay on deck, Ramirez in the hole. Bars loaded.
You know what's amazing? How flexible the women are in their shoulders to be able to grab it so narrow. Okay, Elena Easterly, 115 also, 253 pounds for Elena.
Now the sub-junior, she's a sub-junior 47.
47 kilo, yeah.
There's
only two in her
Yeah.
class, too.
The world record is 160 kilos. I don't think it will go this round.
No, and the other one from USA is 130 kilo opener. Nice, easy squat, though. That looked
Yeah.
strong.
Which is good.
Okay, now we jump up to 125 for Ying from Chinese Taipei. Look at the height of the bar to the spotters.
She's also the lightest lifter
Chinese Taipei.
in this whole
Oh,
competition.
you're right.
41.37 kilos.
By far. And she's the second highest squat opener for the sub-juniors, too. Respectable.
See, 3 lifters in this class. There's 4 lifters. 3 of them, this is the last year as a sub-junior.
Yep.
So all 3 of them go over to juniors next year.
Yep. She's going to have more competition next year.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, she is tiny. Look how close her hands are next to her shoulders. Long walkout. She's wasting energy with that long walkout.
Oh, I think she got that a little bit high.
Let's see if they caught it.
Lift
Yes,
is
2 of them
not
did.
good. She was a little
And
bit
I don't.
high,
You
2 to
can't
1.
fault
Do
the
not
chief
quite squat
referee
deep
for
enough.
that.
You need to get
She's
that
head. She's
crease
looking
in the hip
straight
below
down her
the
legs.
top
She
of the
doesn't
knee
see the
joint.
side.
Otherwise you'll get a red card
No.
for depth. She'll be
Red.
back. Give her a round of applause.
But she did look like she cut it. She even acted like she cut it too.
Ecuador, 125 on the bar. On deck, Kikuchi in the hole, Becerril.
Okay, Reina Ramirez from Ecuador.
Kura Hayakawa from Japan. Bars loaded for Ramirez.
Ecuador's bringing a bunch of
She's
good
21
lifters to
years
this
old.
competition.
Yeah, not just Ecuador, but a lot of South American teams.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
Over the past year or two, they've grown so much.
Puerto Rico brought a good team, good sized team too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at the wide stance for her. Nice depth, good strength. Yes, good looking
Very
squat.
controlled.
Very good control. Nice looking squat.
Now the highest opener of this
All right, load the
From
bar.
session is 150 kilos.
Japan,
From Ukraine
127
in
and a half.
Slopko.
She's the 2016
And we've got a couple at 230.
silver medalist.
That's quite a difference between 150 and 130.
Yeah.
That's significant. That's going to be very difficult to overcome.
Kikuchi from Japan. She won silver overall last year in Poland.
And she's her nomination. She's nominated in at 3rd on the nomination numbers.
Very slow descent.
Yes. It gives the referees a lot of time to look.
Sometimes I don't want them to look a long time. I just want to say, good, you can go, yeah.
And you notice what I've noticed about the super heavyweights, like Blaine and Joe Capolino, same thing. They have a very, very slow descent.
World champion. Gold medal last
Janet
year.
from USA,
This
she
is
won
130
this
kilos. She's a
this
43
this
That's
kilos.
the real-
class last year.
She won last year,
Oh
yes.
yeah.
And
Opening up
She's got the #1 qualifying position or nominated position, so we got a lot to look forward for her.
This is 3 times her body weight. I mean,
Look how short she is.
She weighs 42.89. This is 3 times her body weight.
You know what's unusual? Look how wide her grip is compared to every other girl, which means she's.
Yeah. Oh, that was deep.
Oh, would you look at that? This girl's just getting warmed up, and the lift is good.
Wow. That's unusual for a woman, especially her size, to have a grip like a guy. I mean, her grip is as wide as mine is. And I have no shoulder flexibility. Okay. Hayakawa. Kotomi Hayakawa.
She's a 47 kilo junior class.
30 kilos.
Also 130 kilo opener.
286.
286 pounds for Hayakawa. Nice control, good. Yes, I think that's a good lift.
Yeah, so far we've seen quite a few good openers. We all needed two reds. One was lost tightness, the other one was just depth.
And I think, you know, most, and here comes Grace Alvarez, excuse me. Grace is the, there's 2 USA lifters in the 47 kilo sub junior. So she and her co-teammate are the only 2 lifters in this class. She's opening up at 130 kilos, 286 pounds.
Quite a wide stance from her.
Yes.
No.
And you know, it's harder for, that's not the right way to say this, but people that have sumo type stance and squat have to be more convincing to the side referees, because the side referee is looking straight down their leg instead of at the side of their leg. So it's more difficult for the referee to see whether or not the crease in their hip breaks the top of their knee.
But they do have to, you know, they have to have so much flexibility in their hips.
In their hips, yes. The and you know, it all depends on how your femur attaches to your hip, is whether you can even do a sumo style.
We got Slopka up, heaviest openers, 150 kilos.
330 pounds, nice depth, good strength. That has got to be 3 white lights. Yep.
You'll see with a lot of the countries, you know, like Ukraine, Russia, Japan, USA, they all have like a specific style. Like you say, you just see the Ukrainian squat. Now, most of the Ukrainians and Russians, they all look like, you know, they have like their own style of squatting. It all looks the same.
It's like a cultural attribute.
Yeah.
That's a good observation. That's kind of cool.
I mean, you always see the Japanese when they bench.
Oh, you know it's a Japanese bencher.
Oh, yeah, you just know it.
Yeah. And it's almost like they have these training modalities that everybody does there. You know it's a Japanese bencher.
Yeah, because there's so much weight on the ball.
Okay, now we're on second attempts.
She's shaking.
This is central nervous system. Nope. Yeah, that was a good observation.
Honestly, she didn't look motivated to get that at all.
You know, and when you said she's shaking, that's a good indication that this is going to be a difficult lift for her, because her nervous system is not ready for it, let's say. She had, and I would suspect that she probably hasn't even walked out that much. Walkouts.
Yeah.
Where, you know, the walkout is something that you use to train the central nervous system with. And, you know, that looked like she was heavy. Like she was, oh, this is God Almighty heavy. Okay. And here comes Xenia Price. Or Zena? I wonder.
112 and a half, 248 pounds.
Now they spelled it differently there. Ziana. Okay. 112 and a half kilos, 248 pounds. You know, notice how high she holds her head?
Yeah.
There's an argument. Oh, they all three called her on depth. High. Yes. Yes, she was.
Yeah, that was high.
Yep.
Some lifters, they look up, some look forward, then you get the occasional few, you know, that looks down when they squat.
Oh, what's the guy from Poland, the world champion open lifter?
Yaroslav Olev.
Yaroslav. He looks at the ground.
Yeah.
He looks at the ground. And I've had some people that say to me that you want to have your spine neutral all the way down from the top of your head to your hips. But then you'll hear other people say, well, pick your head up because it'll pick your chest up. Well, that's the difference in training style, I guess.
Kirillova from Russia, she didn't get quite tightness on her opener.
There she got it. She still looked a little out of control, though.
Yeah.
You could tell she didn't have her balance quite right. But she got it in. She's on board now. Every lifter, we got one Ying from Chinese Taipei who has to make 125. You never want to see a lifter not make a lift. Bomb out on them, especially at a world championship. You don't want to see that. Katarina Zilkova from Russia, 120.
World record in this class, the junior 43s, 160 kilos.
We're a ways away.
Hey, at least she's on time this time.
Yeah. I wonder if she'll run off the platform. Look how, you know, this is something I'm a little surprised at. You would have thought that she would have had. Oh, that was. Oh, look at her knees come in. Her knees came in and she cut it.
That was way high.
That was. Oh, yes,
don't
yes,
even
yes.
need to worry.
Yes. Don't even worry about waiting. Yeah. It's not going to change the answer. She looked hesitant going down too. Like, okay, I'm going to hunt for the depth.
Daria Brajnik from Ukraine.
Brajnik? Is that how you say that?
I hope so.
We apologize for pronunciations, everybody out there. Oh.
Give her a round of applause.
And then she,
There's a lot of technique problems in this session,
Yes.
I would say, compared to what we saw from the men
this
earlier-
morning. Yes.
earlier on. Yes.
It looked as though these lifters are not as schooled in control. It looks as though they're I hate to use this word, but sloppy. Sloppy. Sorry.
Yeah, there was quite a few.
Loaders are requested. Coaches, make sure you tell your lifters to stay with the bar. Bar is loaded. Alana Easterly.
I could do better if I hold it, don't I?
Lifters,
Yeah.
coaches, please
Yeah.
stay with the bar until you get it off to the rack. From the spotters and loaders.
You know,
Not desert the bar.
it almost looks as though they're, you know, you don't see this in the men. Dive bomb squat like we saw in that last one, where they just drop. And she dropped below where she was comfortable at coming out of.
I have a question for you, bro.
Yes, sir. Oh, she
this-
cut it too. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Easterly from US.
Yes.
You know, this lifter.
Yes.
Wasn't she the one that pulled 147 or quite a big weight at US Raw Nationals?
Yes. Yes, Easterly.
Yeah.
Yes,
She has a huge deadlift.
Well, it's like Dalton LaCoe.
Yeah.
And, you saw Dalton. Okay, he comes in and he does a monster squat and just a so-so bench. But you knew he was coming back with this freaking unreal deadlift.
Yeah, he almost pulled 5 times his body weight.
Yeah. And, if he hadn't lost his balance backwards, he would have. 255 on the deadlift, and it came rocketing off the floor.
But we will see Easterly later on in the deadlift. That's going to be quite a show.
And like I always say, the meat doesn't start till the weight hits the floor.
Oh, yeah. Zheng from Chinese Taipei.
She has to make this. She missed it on her first attempt. She's retaking it on her second. One thing that surprises me is how many of them have this really long walkout. Oh, I think she may be a little high. What do you think,
It
Heinrich?
did look better than at first attempt.
She was high.
Yep, it was high. Yeah, I have to give credit to the referees. They seem to be doing a pretty decent job about catching the, well, maybe I shouldn't say the blatant ones, but the calls.
Bars loaded for Grace.
And the referees that always sit at the World Championship, it's not like, it's the first time they've refereed. Some of them like over 10 years experience as a referee.
How many
10,
years? How
20
many
years.
years do you have?
I would say
By the way, everybody out there, he's counting on
9 years.
He's counting on his fingers.
Yeah, it was 9 years.
Wow. Now that looked under control.
Yeah.
That was a strong lift, and good. And she had a wide stance too. Good lift. And Heinrich mentioned earlier about one of the lifters having a wide stance. That's something that's, I think, more. You see it more often with women than you do with men, maybe because of their hip flexibility.
And if you talk about wide stance as male lifters, there's only one guy you can think of. Eric Copperstein from
Eric
USA.
Copperstein, USA.
I don't think there's anybody that squats as wide as he does.
And it's so wide. I've actually seen him step on the side spotters' feet. And he's I think he's actually narrower on his deadlift than his squat stance. So let's say he touches the plates with his toes on his deadlift. That means his feet are wider than the plates are in the squat.
Yeah. Ramirez from Puerto Rico.
Yep. And I think that's a good lift. Good.
Yeah.
Lift is good. That was Ecuador. Okay.
One thing you notice too, we've got a lot more missed lifts, which is also indicative of the fact that it seems like it's not as much under control, maybe not as much, I don't know, structure or what, but we've got a lot of red lights in this platform so far.
Now Janet is going 137.5 kilos on a second attempt. The world record is 140 kilos. So depending on how this lift goes, we'll see go for a world record on a third attempt.
I would say if she makes this lift good, I would say that's much a given.
If she doesn't make it, just go for a record anyway.
Yeah, a 2.5 kilo jump is very, very conservative. Wow. One of the things I disagree with coaches who say down, 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 because what they've done is they've not taught the lifter to learn muscle memory. And by doing that, they're listening to him, and by the time they hear him and react, that makes them even a little bit farther deeper. She was too deep. She shouldn't have been that deep.
And the thing is, with the weighting, when you descend, you almost like kind of put the brakes on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just like, just hold on, when he's going to tell
A little more.
you just
Yeah.
go down and up.
And learn the muscle memory. And then also sometimes, with a loud audience, you can't tell either. And not in this case right now, but still, I don't think that's a good training modality. I would like to see the squats just a 2-step or a 3-step walkout. Nice.
That was nice and controlled.
That looked smooth. That was a good lift. Okay, that was 137.5. Okay.
Okay,
Oh, look.
Yeah, I said Janet
Besserell?
Yes, she's going for the world record 140.5.
Yep.
You know, she's so far away from everybody else that she can
She
go
can
for
afford
it.
to do that.
Maybe she might be more motivated to get her head right in the game for this one.
And maybe the coach will be a little bit more in tune, let's say. Okay, we're sitting here at 140 kilos for Hayakawa. Kotomi. One thing that, as a kind of a technical comment, remember I was commenting about the U.S. lifter who had the very wide grip. When you have a narrower grip, it's easier to pinch your shoulder blades together, which keeps your chest elevated. Like this lady's hands are very narrow. She can pinch her shoulder blades together.
I used to, when I started squatting, you know, put your hands close by, but later on it's like your shoulders contact that pressure anymore.
You're very, very correct. And that's why you see some of the really big guys, their hands are all the way out to the end.
Yeah.
Tatiana Slapko, bars loaded.
Slapko going 157.5.
Yep.
This is Slapko.
She's a ways ahead of everybody too.
Huh?
She's got a
She was
cushion.
smiling when she came on the platform.
Now see how narrow her grip is? Actually inside of her shoulders. Just to walk back out, makes my shoulders ache just the way that looks there. Nice. Really nice control. Smooth. Good looking lift. Yes, referees say yes. Okay, that's the end of the second attempts. We're now getting ready to start third attempts. We'll drop the weight down to 100 kilos for Kubiliak from Ukraine.
You know what's quite interesting? Only the 47 kilo juniors are the only class that hasn't missed a lift. Everybody else has missed a lift somewhere.
That is unusual. And in contrast to that, the 43 sub-juniors, they all missed their second attempts.
Yeah.
Every one of them.
There's only the Chinese Taipei lifter that needs a lift. So far, everybody's in.
Yes. So, and she's having to retake her 125, the Chinese Taipei girl. Kukuliak, Yana Kukuliak from Ukraine.
Goes by Victor Nalaikin.
He coaches open level and masters level.
Yeah. He's also a former world champion.
Oh, she grounded out. I think she cut that one a little high.
But did the spotters take the ball? I'm not sure.
They called it on a
up and down movement, I think.
Yep. I think that was a correct call too.
Yeah,
In the middle there, it looked like it stopped.
248 on the bar.
We don't have a replay, do we?
No, I don't think we have a replay. But it was a no lift.
It was a no lift, yeah. Ziana Price is the lifter from the USA, 43 kilo, 112 and a half. She missed this on her last one, retaking it.
Now we are in Orlando for the World Sub-Junior and Junior Powerlifting Championships. It was also home of the World Open Championships last year. You know, it's a great venue. It's in the airport. You know,
right in the airport.
It's
Yeah.
right in the airport. You know, I look out of my room and I see people checking in.
Yeah.
That's why I close the curtain. I don't want to see that. I want to stay here.
It's also, to add another little, it's going to be where we're having this year's U.S. Raw Nationals Championship is going to be held here.
Yeah.
And we've already got, and we're almost 2 months out, we already have almost 800 people registered for this.
Didn't you have, was it 1,000 lifters last year?
1,000
I think it was
lifters.
in Atlanta.
Yes, Atlanta. Yeah. 5 platforms, 15 warm-up platforms. It was just crazy. Okay, here comes Ekaterina Zhitkova. She has got 120 again, retaking her second one. This is the one she had to run out here to get in here on time.
Yeah.
Yeah. That looked better. Now that looked under control. That was a, oh
No
no.
lift, high 2-1.
Wow. Well, I can't argue with that call. I think I may have been a little different, but from our position, it's not the same as the referee's position. Coach is going to the jury on that one. You can only protest a call that's two reds to 1 white. You
Yeah,
can't
there has
protest
to
3.
be a white, yeah.
Has to be a white, like Heinrich just said.
All jury members are Cat 1 referees.
122.5.
That means you have to, when you write your first exam, like Chip from the US on the side now, you do that for 4 years.
Yep.
With a few world championships in between you have to do to qualify, then you can write your Cat 1 referee exam.
Right.
So yeah, I have to get that experience.
How long have you been a Cat 1 now?
I actually wrote my Cat 1 in Estonia last year at the Master World. You remember? Yeah, you were there, Bill.
I know.
Yeah,
I don't like remembering that meet.
Yeah, that wasn't your day.
I got second in that one. Do you remember that was the one where I had a nosebleed all over the platform?
Sweat, blood, and tears.
Yeah, there was tears.
And a lot of chalk.
There was a lot of tears too. Okay. Brashnik. She looked like she had her game face on for that one. That one looked like she knew she was going to get it when she started. Okay, now we go to Easterly again.
Loaded.
This is the one.
Easterly, USA.
Wow. She's 7.5 kilos over her opener, but she's retaking her second.
122.5.
She missed it, but
in the hole, Alvarez.
she's got a monstrous pull to back her up.
Austria.
Yeah,
Elena.
She might have the biggest deadlift out of everybody.
You got one
There's one of these two
One,
lifters
two lifters.
in the junior 47s
that are bigger.
that opens 5 kilos more than her. But that's just the opener.
Yeah. And this, think about it, this is a sub-junior with one of the biggest deadlifts. Oh, that was easy. You know, it makes you wonder sometimes what's happened from one lift to another. It's just like they don't have their mental attitude correct.
She's also 14 years old.
I want to say something, but it wouldn't be polite, so I'm going to keep my mouth shut. Yeah. You know, one of the things that they pull up here, like Yashwan Ying here, has 5 years of competition, and she's 18.
And she needs this lift.
Yeah, she does. But, I mean, the amount of years of competition, when they say that, the number of years, years competing, some of these lifters, that means not only just local meets, that some of these lifters have been competing on an international basis for that whole entire time.
Yeah.
They're that good. She needs this lift now. She's at 125, 125 kilos. Okay. 275. Come on now. There you go, girl. And I think the referees are going to say yes. Yes, they did. Oh, she's in the meat. She's in the meat. That was the only lifter who needed to make it. Now everybody in this whole entire session is in the meat. We are not going to have a lifter move out. All right, good. Okay. Grace Alvarez, 135 squat.
130 kilos for Grace.
135 kilos.
Yeah. 307. Excuse me. You know, one thing I've noticed about these young women, very wide stance on this one. Nice depth. Nope.
She did get that thing.
Yeah. But one thing, every one of them, it seems like, has a very long walk out. They, they're 4 or 5 steps. They don't need to do that much. They only need to clear the bar, or clear the rack, I'm sorry. But, you can do that in 2.5 steps. Why are they taking so much?
137.5.
Okay, here comes Reina Ramirez from Ecuador. 137.5. She took a 5 kilo jump. That's just 11 pounds.
She got it first 2 attempts.
Yep. Oh, stopped in the middle but drove through it.
Yeah,
okay.
Had a pause there.
No. Oh. They called it on depth on 2 of the referees, and they called it probably knees, I would guess, on the other one, the blue card.
All right. Janet Besseril.
I would have said that.
You would have said what?
All right. First world record for a woman.
Yep, here it
World
comes.
sub-junior record. And a squat.
She chipping 140. That's the record.
She missed the second on 137.5.
So she's only 2.5 kilos up, or 2.
Yeah.
Record attempt. We got 3
Go for it.
referees from 3 different countries for all world record
Okay, you
attempts.
notice the technical controller and the side referee swap places because the side referee has not yet passed his Cat 2. So you have to have 3 international referees on the platform, and they cannot have 2 of them from the same country. Okay, now.
All right, Janet.
Let's see.
Current record is 140. This is 140.5.
She chipped it by a half a kilo, which is the minimum amount you can chip it. Up.
Oh, come on. She's fighting. Oh, no.
Ladies and gentlemen, she couldn't get much closer than
Did
that.
get
Give her a
depth,
big
but
round of applause for that world record.
I think that had she made that one, there's a...
Point of no return. That was 309.7
If she
pounds.
held it that long, you pretty much know that she's going to probably not make it. They can't hold or grind it out as well.
It's going to be a bit disappointed with that one.
Yeah.
There's still the bench and the deadlift to come.
Okay. Kotomi Hayakawa from Japan is next at 145.
We got 3 lifters remaining.
And because there's only one flight, we have a 20-minute break coming in between. So that there will be dead air, I guess you'd say.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the correct terminology, but game face, girl, game face. Now, too much of a walkout, too much. Okay. Tight. Oh, she made it. I wonder if the referees think that she might have been a little bit high. Yep, 2-1.
Yeah, it was a bit high.
2-1. I think that.
2 lifters left. We're going to take a 20-minute break and come back to the bench.
Okay, now we got 145 again for Kikuchi, Miyabi Kikuchi from Japan. And then Slapko from Ukraine is our last lifter at 165, 363 pounds.
That's an enormous amount for
For
a
a
woman this size.
47 kilo lifter. I mean, she weighs 107 pounds, 105 pounds, and she's doing 363. Holy cow. Over 3 times her body weight. Over 3 times her body weight. These are little ladies.
Very slow on the descent. No.
Wow. I think that's a good lift. Oh no, 2 lifts. 2 to 1.
So close. Give her a round of applause.
That's a kind of a disappointing lift too. All right, here comes Slapko. Tatiana from Ukraine, 363 pounds. This is our last squat of this session, last squat of this flight also. Remember, these are the 43 and 47 kilo juniors and sub-juniors. This is the last squat, then we'll have a 20-minute break.
This will be a European record attempt.
Tatiana Slapko. She's tight. There you go.
You can see how tight she is. Oh, she's pushing.
Wow.
I think she got that.
I think she did get that. That's a good lift.
3.5 times the body weight.
Yep.
The only lifter that got all the squats out of 13 lifters.
Yeah.
The squat will set up for the bench. Don't go away now.
That is the highest squat. She will go into the bench attempt with the highest squat. So Kirilova in the 43 juniors is your number 1 position. Slapko in the 47 juniors is your number 1. Bessaril from the sub-juniors is number 1 at 43, and Alvarez is number 1 in the 47s.
We'll have a 20-minute break till the bench press. We'll see you in 20 minutes.
Don't go away.
And we welcome you back to the World Sub-Junior Junior Powerlifting Championships. We have the 43 and the 47 women competing. I'm here with Bill Helmich.
And we are in Orlando, Florida. And it's raining outside, by the way.
Well, at least it's not raining inside.
At least it's not raining like it is in Houston. All right. And our first lifter is Jing from Chinese Taipei. 40 kilos. One thing, this is something where we're going to get to see some incredible arches.
Yeah.
Some of these, Chinese Taipei is also known for that, as well as Japan. Remember how we were talking about how you almost have, you can tell where a lifter is from by how they lift?
Yeah.
Well, this is one of the attributes that Chinese Taipei and Japan have, incredible arch. Okay.
You will see by the biggest opener is in the 47 junior class by Hayakawa from Japan with 92.5 kilos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you watch them, there'll be a couple things you can look for. Their fingers will be all the way out to the rings. Their wrist will cock outside of the rings. They will set up to where they're on their traps, and they'll have their back will be so arched. You think people are not meant to bend that way. Well, I mean, some of them look literally like there's a break in their spine. All right.
But the shoulders is on the bench. The buttocks is. It's all in rules.
Oh, no control. No control.
She lost the groove out of that one when she came up.
That's one thing about the bench shirts. For those of you out there watching, and it's not just the women either, by the way. I don't mean to imply that. The bench shirts, there's what they call a bubble, and you got to keep the bar in the bubble. If you get it either too high, it goes to your face, or too low on the bubble, it'll go to your waist. You got to keep inside that bubble, and that's where the shirt is going to give you the benefit too. So, it's mastering a shirt is an art. Look good. All right.
Yeah, that was easy.
Nice lift. Okay, that was at 52.5 kilos. There's a big gap between the opening bench for the first lifter of 40 kilos and Hayakawa at 92.5 kilos. So, one thing is I find somewhat interesting sometimes too is that, especially in the 43 and 47 kilo class, they'll ask that the safeties be set at 1 or 2, and there's a minimum safety height that you cannot go below, but they're so small, it's almost at that level, it's even too high, isn't it? Minimum level is 3 on the safeties. They can't go below that.
That's a nice thing about powerlifting. You don't have to be, big and
no, you don't.
Big and strong. Well, everybody's strong here. You can be a little person and still do it.
This is a sport.
It's for everybody.
Everybody can do it, and to add to that, it isn't just for young people either. You'll see lifters, and the most amazing thing I saw was the World Bench Press Championships, Masters Bench Press Championships last year in Rødby, Denmark, and a 90...
I think it was 92.
92.
92-year-old.
And unbelievable. He did his body weight.
Yeah, he bench pressed 80 kilos, I remember. At 92 years old.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
That's just unbelievable. So it isn't just for big people, like Heinrich said, it's for everybody of any size and also any age.
Also, in the IPF, you lift anywhere. If you're just a bencher, there's bench worlds. Up from sub-junior to master 4. If you want to lift raw, we got the classic world, so there's everything for everybody.
Yes. Classic, when he says the term classic, it means you lift without a bench shirt or a squat suit or a deadlift suit, what we call raw also.
And you see Kirillova, which is quite interesting, a foot position. One foot is quite, it's not leveled if you looked at it from the top.
Yes.
When you're in the bench, when your feet are not leveled, like one is more behind than the other one, later on that can work quite a lot against you, especially when you press up, so the bar would go skew.
Oh.
You press off a little bit more on the one foot.
Yes. When you look at it from top down, one foot would be behind the knee farther than the other one would be. And so it puts a torque on your hip, which transfers all the way up. Now watch, she'll bring her hips down when she gets the bar. Now, okay, then she resets her feet.
Now, wow. I think actually from the start command, I have to agree with this.
Side referee there.
Well, okay, he gave a blue for up and down.
Yeah.
But elbows didn't look locked out from the start.
Yeah. And there are, in some respects, judging the bench is a more technical, or the bench is more technical because there's more issues that can be wrong, let's say. Elbows, feet, butt, shoulders, head. One of the things, and this is something you rarely see on men, but with the women, they actually have to have them put their hair in a ponytail to the side or on the top so that the hair doesn't put their head off the bench.
And also then the chief referee can see if the head goes off the bench or not.
Correct. There you go.
Not just with the women, with some men as well.
That's
with
right.
The longer hair. I don't think you have that problem, Bill.
You would have to say that, wouldn't you? No. For those of you out there, I have no hair on my head. But I shave it, though, Heinrich.
Yeah. Okay, if you say so.
Thanks. You notice that a lot of the women, too, will have a very wide, their feet will be very wide apart.
Alana Easterly, 62.
Okay, here comes Easterly. Remember now, we were commenting she's going to have a monstrous pull. Both her and Alvarez have exactly the same bench. Of course, there's only the two of them in the class. Okay, and look good. Nice control.
Yeah, her nomination in the nomination list, she has a deadlift of 147.5.
That's huge.
For a 14-year-old.
And she's 47 kilos, too. Put that in there. So, 147, so... Oh my God!
A lot of normal
3 times. Over 3 times.
A lot of normal guys or kids that size would, maybe even older than that, would like to deadlift that.
Yes.
Okay, we got 5 benches remaining, including this one.
And we have only one so far. Missed lift, come back. Remember we had that issue with that one lady, barely made it in. Okay. You'll see the women lifters, they'll have their feet pulled so far back that you would think, okay, they can't get their feet flat on the ground.
Yeah, it depends on, like I try to put it back, back as far as I can, but it also depends on the flexibility that you have in your hips.
Yes.
You might see lifters that usually squat wide or sumo deadlift. They might be able to put their feet back a little bit more than usual than maybe some of the other lifters, because they do have that flexibility
in their hips. Okay, Becerril, 130 kilo squat. Now she's following it up. She's got the best bench opener.
She missed the world record in the squat. I saw her, in the warm-up room. She was, it was a bit emotional for her. She couldn't get that. You can see just the way that she even walks. She doesn't have that motivation now. But hopefully, get this lift in and the next one, get that back, get her head back into the game.
Yeah. They say this about quarterbacks too. You just got to forget about what happened in the past. You got to go just now and in the future. Don't think about what's already done. We can't do anything about it. It's done and over with.
But you see now, Janet, she opened on 77.5, but the world record is 82.5. That's only 5 kilos away.
And she can go after that one.
She can go after that because that opener was good.
Rock solid.
Yeah.
Easy. So she's got more here. This is the other way that you see a lot of the lifters get on the bench. They'll put their traps completely up. That way they can get as much arch as they possibly can.
No.
Very slow descent.
Gushi is in the 47. That's really slow. It's the 47 juniors. Oh, no.
No, downward movement anyway, even if it... Okay. Now, my feeling about this, Heinrich, your observation too, is that by that kind of a descent, very, very slow descent, you actually are not using the shirt to its best, because you're not loading the spring, so to speak. And you get a better rebound when you come down with a faster descent speed.
In a shirt, yes. You have
not raw, that's raw.
Yeah. In a shirt, yes, you have to come down fast. Some people, have like normal speed, some is like super fast. You have to get that spring effect out of it.
That spring effect out of it, yes. and people ask, well, it's no different putting on a shirt than it is doing it raw, right? Oh, there is a tremendous difference.
She's Slopko, and Ayakawa or Kikuchi, the previous lift, both of them, they don't have belts on. You would see a lot of Japanese lifters actually in the bench. They don't put a belt on.
And you wonder how they're able to keep the shirt from riding up.
Yeah.
Because that's the purpose of the belt. And it isn't necessarily that the belt has to be a wide belt. It's just to stop the shirt from riding up.
Maybe the shirt is tight enough that it doesn't need a belt.
In the waist, maybe? Yeah. It's tight in the chest and shoulders.
All right. Ayakawa is going for 92.5 kilos.
This is our highest bench.
This is twice her body weight.
Listen to what Heinrich just said. Twice her body weight.
She weighs 46.
Unbelievable. Now, watch her technique. Okay, the rack is in, we can't see where the fingers are, but you can bet they're right at the rings. It's not as extreme that her wrists are farther out than her hands are, as I've seen on a lot of Japanese lifters. Drops her hips. She touches low. You notice that? And she flares back. Beautiful lift. Beautiful lift. Oh, that was beautiful. That was beautiful.
Let's go to the top of the order.
There's a lesson, everybody. All right, now we drop down to the beginning of the order, 45. We had two lifters that didn't make their openers.
And in this round, we will have a world record attempt by Barisel from USA.
Yep.
She's going 83 kilos.
Half a
43
kilo,
kilos.
half a kilo pop over the current record.
Yeah.
83 kilos, so she's doing about a 6 kilo jump, which is not that bad. I mean, that's a fairly conservative jump from her last one. So 83 kilos looks like a reasonable, effort, and she gets 2 shots at it.
And now, for everybody watching the live stream, when you look on YouTube, you will see at the bottom of the screen there is a link for you can go on the scoreboard. So it is there. You can just open it up in another window, or you can just switch between the two. So you will see the scoreboard and the lifting.
That way you'll know the ranking, and you can also see what the lifter's going to be putting down on their next attempt.
Yeah.
And so that's how we knew, for example, that Bessaril is going to be going 83 kilos, because it's on the scoreboard there.
Yeah, but also we're sitting here.
Okay, yes. Now, here's one of the lifters that has a belt on. No lift. One of the things about this, I would think that belt, which is the 4-inch wide belt, is actually hindering her in a little bit, because it stops as much arch as she potentially could get. All right, Ziana Price is your next lifter. She's coming up. She's going 57.5. She takes a 5 kilo jump. Most of the time now you see with the women here, I think, you see mostly a 5 kilo jump, maybe 7, a few of them 2.5. You won't see the big jumps.
Yeah, they usually have small increments.
Mm-hmm. Slapko and Hayakawa both jumped to 97.5, I just noticed. All right. Diana got that. Good lift. Now,
comes Brahaznyuk from Ukraine.
this camera angle here, the reason for that camera angle, by the way, is to take a look to see whether the butt comes off the bench, and you'll see behind it there was a light. And the rule says you have to see light, not hip flex, but just you have to be able to see daylight across.
See, that's the butt cam, and the other side is the butt light.
I set you up, didn't I? Butt cam, butt light, not bud. Brashnik, Daria, 62.5 kilos from Ukraine. You'll see the lifters also will have chalk on their across their back to help keep them from sliding on the bench. But one of the things as a coach, I would never suggest that you put chalk on a lifter's butt, because it just acts like a white flag to the referee.
Lift is good.
Lift is good. Kirilova, 65 kilos, next lifter.
Well, you know, today is only the first day of this World Championships. We still got 5 days to go after this. You know, there's going to be a lot of lifting, a lot of world records, some big lifts coming.
Yes. You know, and I think a lot of times people have a perspective is, oh, I'll wait and see the big guys at the end. You know, and a lot of times it's more impressive to watch some of the littler ones, because they'll be doing lifts like 3 times, 4 times their body weight. You know, you don't see somebody that's 120 kilos doing 4 times their body weight.
Yeah, tomorrow morning, the first session, which will start at 10 a.m. local time. You know, got the 57 sub-juniors and juniors.
Yes.
The women. In the juniors, you got Lauren Lent and Kimberly Johnson from USA.
Oh my God!
With each other, and then the sub juniors that's also competing. You know, it's Kolesnik from Russia and Taylor LaChapelle from USA. So tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock, it's gonna be quite a battle.
We're gonna have very good chance of having world records by all four.
Oh, definitely.
And the amounts of weight that they're doing in comparison to their body weight is just unbelievable. That's why they have a Wilks factor. And some of these ladies are doing weights that are some of the highest Wilks ever. Okay. Zilkova. Or Zilkova.
If she gets this, she'll momentarily have the silver. She's
nice looking bench too.
She's the heaviest in the 43s, yeah?
Yes, she is. Not that there's a lot of difference between them. You know, one of the things that was funny in the morning session, there was two lifters. The 59 kilo class, there was one lifter that was 58.99 and one lifter that was 59.00. And these are scales that weigh to the hundreds.
Bars loaded, 67.5 kilos for this young lady.
A Lady Easterly, here she comes, 14 years old.
She's competing for 5 years.
At 14.
Let's go, Elena.
Didn't even know that there was powerlifting when I was that age. Of course, that was decades ago.
Was there even powerlifting at that time?
Yeah. We lifted stones back then. Oh, nice looking lift.
Oh,
You know, this is such an impressive lifter.
Lift is good.
She's got more. She's got a lot more. Alvarez actually took a bigger jump than Easterly did in this class.
Loaded, Grace Alvarez. Up next, Ramirez in the hole, Besserell.
I think maybe Alvarez is wanting to see if she can get as close as she can to Easterly. They're not a lot apart from each other.
In the
Prognosis.
in the subtotal and the total at the moment, they're pretty close with each other.
Yeah. Of course, there's just the two of them. They're assured of a medal. Nice.
And Grace.
You know, it almost looks as though both her and Easterly, their rack heights was too high. And so that they're not getting their shoulder blades together. Or the spotter is pulling their shoulder blades apart.
75 kilos, Besserell on deck. Gucci in the hole.
That's it, just a red in the collar, red in the collar. Lifter is Reina Ramirez from Ecuador. She's 21.
Bars loaded.
She's only going up by 5 kilos. But she will be fighting for overall bronze.
This is really going to be close, isn't it?
With Kikuchi from Japan, but she also still needs to get the bench in.
Yes.
She missed the opening.
Kikuchi does, yes. We have two lifters. Well, only one lifter now. Oh, no, wait a minute. Kukuliak also has not gotten a bench in yet either.
From Ukraine. You don't usually see that from
Ukraine.
It was a blue card. I think there was some up and down on the bar. Up and down on the bar. Jack Marcus.
Up and down movement on the bar there.
Next one.
One of the interesting observations or comments.
All right, we got
Oh, we got a world record coming here.
Janet Besserell.
Besserell. Here it is.
She's going to make up for the squat record she missed. No, opener looked good. She's just chipping it by 0.5 kilos.
Remember, she tried 140.5 on the squat. Cut it a little short. This is a young lady here who has gone after 2 world records.
Small ones, 5 centimeter blocks.
Just getting the blocks.
We'll reset the clock. Thank you, Sasha. And we've got 83 kilos.
Well, we got one block.
That's just about
Here comes
twice
the
her
other
body
block.
weight. Just a little shy of twice her body weight.
Bars loaded.
Okay, here it comes. She also has the best sub-junior deadlift opener too. So prognosis looks really, really good.
In the 43s.
In the
All right,
oh yeah, you're right.
She should get this.
Come on now. All right, Janet Besserell, USA.
Oh, she's driving it. She's fighting that one.
Yeah.
That was good.
I think that's a good lift. You know,
Yes.
she's got her world record. Now she's back on target.
Now she's smiling. All right. Now she knows.
She needs to float that bar back. When she came off her chest, she came straight up instead of floating it back right away. I think now she knows that. I suspect she'll probably maybe go up
She'll
85?
She'll go 85. But I don't think there's a lot left in the tank after that one.
If I were the coach, I'd say 85 would be the lift that she should go for.
Yeah.
If I were setting her number anyway. And it's all right. She's got the world record at on her second. She breaks it on her third if she gets 85. But do what you think is within her potential.
Go up with 0.5 kilos.
Okay, yeah, you're right. She could.
That's the thing. If you break a world record, then you can actually go anything above the world record in 0.5 increments. Yeah.
Yeah. So she could go 83.5. She doesn't have to go to 85. Although I suspect that's what she will do. Oh, really slow descent. She locked it out. That looks like a good lift.
Yeah, she should get that.
Yes. Hayakawa coming up.
She's better still is actually going 84.5, which is a very strange number.
After what we just talked about.
But it might be for a national record as well. She already got the world record. Sometimes, the national records are a little bit higher than the world records.
Right.
Because you can only set the world record at the world championships.
It has to be an international competition to set a world record.
No, international competition, yes. So she might go for that, going up 1.5 kilos.
I have no idea what the U.S. record is for that.
Right.
Although she probably has it.
Hayakawa going 97.5. The next attempt from Slopka will also be 97.
97.5.
These two are battling out in the bench.
And the deadlift. They are neck and neck on these two. Remember, everybody out there, these lifters also medal in the individual lifts, too. Well, this is going to be an incredibly short bench stroke. Oh.
She pushes it back into the racks.
Yep. She got outside the bubble on that one, and as soon as that happened, it goes back into the rack.
You see, that opens the door for Slopka now.
Yes, it does. That's where the spotters earn their money. They're paying attention to that kind of thing, and they help the lifters. All right, here comes Slopko.
She's just having a good day. You can see.
Smile on her face. I'm having fun. She had a 165 kilo squat, 363 pounds.
That was the heaviest squat out of all of them.
All of them. And now she's sitting here with the heaviest bench. All right, here she goes. Oh, that was easy.
How easy was that?
That was easy. Holy cow. How about a 200?
See, that was, 97.5 was easy. I don't know. I don't think she will go for world record, which is 110. Might go close to that.
She needs to keep the kilos to stay ahead of Hayakawa.
Yeah.
I would say it's better to do another increment rather than go for the world record. You know, gold medals are rare too. I know world records are rare, but gold medals are also rare. Here comes.
Now,
Go ahead. Sorry.
Kukuliak, she needs this lift.
That's right.
She missed her first 2 attempts.
This is the only lifter that has still haven't made a bench yet.
Oh, no.
You know.
The problem she had when she came down, she hit the safeties.
Yep.
So, yeah. Kukuliak from Ukraine bombs out in the bench press.
Yep. And that's unusual for Ukraine, too. Yashuan Ying from Chinese Taipei is their next lifter. She's in her last year as a sub-junior. She's been lifting 5 years. She's 18 years old. Started at 13 years old. Unreal.
Then we got a 14-year-old that's also been lifting for 5 years.
Yeah.
Up next is Price in the hole, Broznyuk.
Already got her deadlift socks on.
You see some lifters, they like to pull their socks up when they bench.
Yeah.
Okay, I like to do that. But some lifters
some
lifters wear knee sleeves when they bench.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here comes
Are you one of them, Bo?
No, but I do wrap my knee. That's why I was laughing here. My knees grind and pop, and it muffles the noise.
Maybe it can be a distraction for the referees.
Oh, it's a distraction for the spotter. I've had him grab it. They thought my shoulder was going out. Okay. Ziana Price is your lifter from the USA. 62.5 kilos. She takes a 5 kilo jump. Kukuliak bombs out. There's only 3 lifters left. That's going to be, I think, a good lift. And maybe, let's see if they call it. No, they didn't call downward. Okay. You know, one of the things, since we mentioned that they can medal in individual events, even if you don't you bomb out on, say, bench, you can still come back and do deadlift.
Yeah, you can still medal with the individual lifts, but you can't get a total medal.
Right, right. Okay, Daria Broznak.
Easterly is for USA.
Okay, Broznak from Ukraine, 65 kilo on her third. Nice. That one looked solid.
Yes, controlled.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting to watch the differences in the amount of control, and you wonder whether or not they're even doing any exercises to help develop the stabilizer muscles. Polina Kirilova, 67.5 kilos.
Bar is loaded.
I found out something interesting about Bull, the new approved equipment manufacturer.
Yeah.
They make the weights in the same factory that they make Elicos.
Yeah.
Same
Interesting.
factory. Same. All they have to do is change the logo print, if you want to call it that. Back, floated back. No, she didn't do it. All right. No lift on that one.
Bar is loaded.
Stays loaded. 60.
Slitkova.
Slitkova is going to, well, she's seeing if she can get the gold medal on the bench here.
Yep.
Sitting in third place on the bench.
Slitkova looking for the gold
Prognosis
medal.
second overall, but she's got a chance now
This
to
final attempt.
medal gold in the bench.
The two Russians in this class are fighting for gold for total.
And they're reasonably close to each other. Very, very wide stance. Yeah, although it's not a
You see,
stance.
her elbows doesn't look locked out when she starts. Oh, they were
Nope,
up and
they,
down.
They were up
on
and
the
down
bar.
on that one, too. There was, like they say, a multitude of errors. Okay, here comes Elena Easterly.
All right.
Alvarez is elected to go 75, and Elena's going 72 and a half. So Alvarez is trying to stay that a little bit ahead of her in the bench.
Bar is loaded. Let's go, Elena. On deck. Ramirez in the hole, Alvarez.
72.5 kilos.
And 4 out. Is Janet.
160 pound, 47 kilos. Oh, that looks solid. I think there was a little more left there.
This is good.
Definitely.
It's all right though. She went 3 for 3 in the bench. Nothing wrong. Nothing to be ashamed about to go 3 for 3. 9 for 9 on a world championship is incredible.
Alvarez on deck, Besseril in the hole.
Okay, we got
Bar's loaded.
another world record coming up here shortly.
Marcos.
Besseril.
Sometimes not just getting 9 for 9 at the World Championships incredible, but just getting it.
Just getting here, yeah.
just getting 9 out of 9 lifts.
Oh, anywhere. Yeah.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
I've been lifting for 19 years. I didn't get 9 for 9 once.
Ever?
Ever. Got 3 for 3 on the bench once though.
I've got 9 for 9 once out of 13 years.
Yo.
And nice solid looking
Yeah,
lift.
that was a strong bench.
Yes.
She even had like 5 kilos left in the tank for that one.
Yeah. You know, the interesting thing to see this, though, sometimes you think, okay, that looks like she's got 5 kilos or whatever lift, and then they go ahead and do it again do whatever that is, and then it fails. It's like you put a fly on the bar, it's not going to go up. All right. Alvarez now, 75 kilos also, 165 pounds.
If she benches this, then she will have the gold over Easterly
In the bench.
in the bench press.
And she actually has the gold in the squat, too. But deadlift is still to come. Lock her left elbow.
Yeah, she was riding that one.
Yeah.
No lift. Give Grace a round of applause.
Now, as a result of that, Easterly gets the gold in the bench. And
World Sub-Junior record attempt.
All right.
here it comes.
Besseril going for the second world record here.
Janet Besseril looking to break her own
1.5 kilos above her existing world record,
84.5 kilos.
which means they had to use all the chips.
186.3 pounds. Bar is not loaded. The blocks are not there.
And the referees are not in position yet.
Up next, Kikuchi.
Janet asking for blocks.
Yeah, she did last time. I don't think she did on her opener, though.
No.
Come on, give her a round of applause. Let her hear
Going
Kind of
for-
interesting that she makes an adjustment like that in the middle of the competition. She
It
goes,
worked.
yeah, it did. She got the world record with it, But you know, normally the rule is, okay, train like you're going to compete. She should have been training with blocks then.
All right, let's.
Yep, they
Okay,
position.
Janet looks focused.
They position the blocks.
But does she have the strength to do this one more time? No,
Nope.
no,
Nope.
That
Nope.
was just heavy.
That was it. And all the bar went up was 1.5 kilos, and that was enough. She still has the world record at 83 kilos. She sets the world record. She's sitting there comfortably in the gold position. Wins the gold in the squat. Wins the gold in the bench. We'll see what happens in the deadlift.
3 more benches remaining.
Slopko has a 102.5 kilo. Third attempt coming up. Hayakawa has 97.5. She retaking what she missed on the second. Here's Kikuchi. 87.5. Is she outside the ring?
No. It's a shadow.
Okay. I'm looking there at the bar and I thought, wow.
Yeah, your fingers have to be
Covering on the right side, right there. Downward movement.
Yeah, there was.
Both of us are sitting here. No. Is she? Is she? You know, that's something that typically only the chief referee is able to see readily, is to spot whether or not their hands are outside. And when I refed it in Belarus, I actually caught 3 lifters with their hands outside. And you have to get, and I get up and make them move their hands. I don't just red light them.
No. All right, second last bench.
Here comes Hayakawa from Japan. Now she missed this on her second. She's retaking it on her third. You know, an interesting observation here. At a bench-only meet, the big guys, they miss it, they'll go up. It's not heavy enough.
Yeah, you can't really. No, I can't really comment on what I think. I think about that.
I know. You're biting your tongue, aren't you? Nice looking arch. Right elbow, right elbow. Ah, she locked it, I think. And oh no, downward movement on the 2 judges.
I did see that. It was close.
That was close.
You'll see on the replay when she goes up. Right there. It's really, really small.
Very small. You know, it's interesting that their coach didn't take that to the jury because it was so tiny.
All right,
here comes Slopko.
Last bench press of the session.
1025.
And last bench of the day.
Yes. This is 226 pounds, 47 kilo lifter, more than twice her body weight.
No, she just couldn't lock that out.
Yep. She's still happy, though. She's walking off with a smile. She's not disappointed in her performance. Okay, 20-minute break.
20-minute break. We'll see you in 20 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Don't go anywhere.
And now we get to see what's going to happen for the strategy games. Remember, on the deadlift, they get to make 2 changes, so it gets to be fun.
Daria.
And we are back on. We're getting ready to start the deadlifts now for the afternoon session. This is going to be the 43 and 47 women, junior and sub-junior, are
20 seconds.
fixing to start here in just about 20 seconds. First lifter is going to be Yana Kukuliak from Ukraine.
90 kilos, 190
We're going to start off the deadlift, as I said earlier a couple of times before. The meet doesn't start till the weight hits the floor. And we're going to have some pretty close contests here. We got a couple of three places where, and it isn't necessarily that they're jockeying for the gold medal. They're jockeying sometimes for second, third, sometimes third, fourth jockeying. And that is a good lift.
Which is good.
Things to look for here on the deadlift. Want to know whether the lifter has stood erect with knees locked and shoulders back. That's something you see the women do really, really good, having their shoulders back, but sometimes you'll see that their knees aren't locked. And the other thing you'll see sometimes will be that they're what they call supporting or hitching. And you'll notice that when they'll let the bar ride up on their thighs and they'll drag it up their thighs, letting it make an indent on the thigh. Most of the women will probably all be doing sumo pulls like she was right there. And that is a good lift for Daria. Grace Alvarez, our next lifter from the U.S., 102.5. Now, Grace and Elena Easterly, they have a huge difference when they do the deadlift. This is where Easterly is going to pull away because she'll come in and she's going to open 32.5 kilos above Alvarez. Okay, now we've got Alvarez coming in here from the USA, 102.5 kilos, 226 pounds. Good lift. Ooh, almost let go of that bar too soon. If they drop the bar, that's a yellow card, and it's a no lift also. Or if you don't listen to the referee's signals and drop it too soon or bring it down too soon. All right. Yashinan Xuan Jing from Chinese Taipei. 231 pounds, 105 kilos will be the lift. She's credited with a 125 squat, a 45 kilo, there, deadlift. Now she's opening up with a 105 kilo deadlift. Very wide stance. Her toes are almost touching the plates. That's what you call a sumo deadlift stance. Hands or arms actually are also inside the knees, thighs. You have a shorter pull as a result of that. Okay. Ziana Price is your next lifter. She's going to take it up to 107.5. That will be. Ziana is currently sitting in the second position prognosis. She'll make this, and she is just, her and Jing from Chinese Taipei are very, very close together. They are sitting here right now 2.5 kilos apart. So this is a contest we're going to have to pay attention to between these two ladies. Okay, it's Ziltakova Ekaterina from Russia, 112.5.
You know who that is, right? Have you spoken?
Bar is loaded for her. Okay. Only one command in the deadlift, bar just down.
I can do two things at once. 112.5. You given samples yet?
And
has he gotten any of your samples? Yeah? All right.
Yep, good lift, good lift.
Lift is good. Russia.
It looked like her right arm was a little farther out than her left arm. She probably just tries to feel for the edge of the knurl when she grabs the bar. Doesn't look at the bar. Okay, now Kikuchi from Japan is your next lifter. Miyabi Kikuchi, 264 pounds, 120 kilos on the bar.
Bars loaded. Gombate, Japan.
Feet all the way out to the plates. Titan Velocity deadlift suit. Very, very controlled lift. Good lift. No question.
Here comes Polina, 122.5.
Polina Kirilova. They're both wiping the bar down and also brushing it down.
Bars loaded.
So,
Polina, Russia.
all right, Polina Kirilova, 122.5 kilos, 270 pounds. She weighs 43 kilos, less than 100. There you go. All right, and that's a good lift also. Going to take the bar now up to 125 kilos. Janet Besseril just set a world record at 83 kilos on the bench, and she missed a world record attempt on the squat. So she's having a great day. 130 kilo squat, 83 kilo bench, sitting here with a 125 kilo deadlift opener.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Bars loaded.
Janet is in the current leader position in the 43 kilo sub-junior. Now, this is a conventional stance. This is the only conventional stance that we've seen so far where your knees are inside your arms. And that is a good lift.
This is good.
I wonder why.
Chief referee.
It may be because of her hip flexibility that she decided not to use the sumo stance.
Thank you. All right. Ramirez, Ecuador.
Reina
Easterly
Ramirez
Hayakawa.
from Ecuador will be our next lifter at 297 pounds, 135 kilos. Now, we have four more lifts. 4 more lifts. 2 at 135, 1 at 140, and 1 at 147.5 for our first attempts, almost over with. All the way out to the plates, back to sumo style. Sets the bar down very gently. Lift was good. One of the rules is that you cannot drop the bar.
Easterly.
Doesn't have to be quiet, but you cannot drop the bar.
Drinks his coffee, please.
And Elena Easterly, 135, 297 pounds. Elena Easterly is your lifter. This is her opening attempt where she'll go jump into first place with her opening deadlift. Very strong looking deadlift.
Lift is good.
Lift is good. That puts her in first position in the deadlift and prognosis in the total also. All right, now we're going to go to Hayakawa. Hayakawa has the second highest deadlift opener in her session, 140 kilos.
Very good, Chen Yang Chow.
And of course, Slopko will be her primary competitor. The two of them are going head to head with one another. Here comes Hayakawa from Japan. Katomi Hayakawa, 308 pounds. Aha, we haven't, no, she's going out to conventional. I thought for a minute there that she was going to stay in the conventional stance, but no, she's just positioning herself.
Pulling sumo, a wider stance, decreases.
Each one of the lifters has a kind of a protocol that they go through, a routine. They have to do it the same each way. There are little idiosyncrasies that they exhibit. How they train, they have to do the same thing. They have to approach the platform the same way. They have to grab the bar the same way. Everything has to be routine. All right, now we're going to go to 147.5 for Tatiana Slopko from Ukraine. 4 years lifting. She is 21, so she's got a couple more years as a junior. Currently sitting in the prognosis first position. She had the best squat. She had the best bench. And now she just did the best deadlift so far. So sitting in number one position, Tatiana Slopko. Now we'll download the bar for Yana Kukuliak. And
100 kilos on the bar, Yana Kukuliak. Kukuliak. Ukraine.
100 kilos. 220 pounds. As we mentioned earlier, you can look in the lower right-hand corner of your screen and you'll see the link to go to the score. It's going to be interesting to see what happens as we get to the third deadlift, and you'll see we can already kind of anticipate the changes that are going to occur. The lifters are going to be, didn't look like she even tried. Okay.
No lift.
That was no lift, by the way. Oh, that's correct. She bombed out in the squat, so maybe she's just, or bench press, excuse me. So maybe she's done for the day. Okay, now we're going to go to Daria Braznik from Ukraine, 105, 231 pounds.
Ukraine.
Yep, Kukuliak has scratched on her third attempt, so that was it for her. Daria's wearing knee sleeves. Oh, nice solid looking lift.
Nice lockout.
Nice, look pretty. 231 pounds for Daria. Okay. Now, Price and Zhang are 2.5 kilos apart for second and third. Zhang is going to try 110, and Price is going to try 112.5. If they both make it, that will put them right now 2.5 kilos apart. Prognosis. Maintaining position here, I guess, and leave it all on the line for the third pull. She rocked. Oh!
No. She'll be back.
She rocked it forward. Okay, that opened the door for Price. Basically, now she just dropped 5 kilos to Price if Price makes this. So that gives Price a strong advantage going into the third deadlift because that'll make it a 7.5 kilo increment that she'll have to make up, assuming Price makes this. So sets up. Oh, that looks strong. She's got a lot left in the tank. Not a problem. Okay. That puts her right behind Besserell, Janet, solidly in second spot there right now. She's sitting 7.5 kilos ahead of Zheng. And Zheng is put in to retake her second. And Price will probably put in, I'm guessing, 117, 120, maybe. Okay, here comes Grace Alvarez at 115.
115 for Grace. Bars loaded. Alvarez.
She's sitting in second position in the 47 kilo sub-junior behind Easterly. Easterly is put in for 145. She is done. Easterly. Here comes Alvarez. She's got to get her shoulders back. She didn't have her shoulders back. They gave it to her.
Bars loaded. Ekaterina Slitkova, 120 kilos.
And here comes Zilkova.
Real battle
Ekaterina
between her and
from
her
Russia,
Ukrainian friend.
264 pounds.
The silver medal.
Oh. I think she could have gotten that if she just set up a little bit differently. Back started rounded, and she didn't have her lats tight. I think that, well, she's got another chance to come back at that. That was at 120. Okay, now we're going to go Kirilova. Polina Kirilova. This will be for the first in the deadlift position, and she's currently prognosis sitting in the lead. Now, Blaznik and Zilkova are right now sitting tied for second and third in the 43 kilo juniors class. So it's going to be interesting to see what plays out with those two. Slapko, Hayakawa, Kikuchi, Ramirez. There's a pretty good spread on all of them. There you go.
Which is good.
275 pounds, 125 kilos.
Sorry, Billy.
All right, now we go to Kikuchi from Japan. Do 127.5, so 2 reds and a 1. Bars loaded for Kikuchi. Currently sitting at tied right now for third place with Ramirez. So we got another close contest for the medal position for bronze between Ramirez and Kikuchi. So maybe now that would be a possibility that they could say supporting. Didn't call it. Good lift. Okay. Now we're going to go for Besserell, Janet Besserell from USA. Takes a 10 kilo jump. She's comfortably sitting in the lead there. Got almost a 50 kilo lead on second place currently. All right, Janet Besserell from USA, 135, 297 pounds. Conventional stance puller. One of the very few in this entire flight. Wow.
Good for
You
Janet.
could see her
Good.
back start to round just as she did that. She makes that lift. I would say
Janet's in the gold
maybe
medal position, but she's only
another
a couple
5
of
kilos.
kilos up. You'll have to be real careful on the
Guesstimating.
final pull.
We'll see what they say. Okay. Reina Ramirez from Ecuador, 142.5.
Bars loaded. Reina Ramirez.
Reina and Kikuchi are neck and neck for the bronze position. So we'll see if this pull happens, then we'll go into the... Yep, that's going to be a good pull. Yep.
Three
And
whites. Ramirez. Nice lift.
okay,
Okay,
they are
Hayakawa.
tied going into the third, and Kikuchi is the lighter lifter.
Silver medal position currently.
So if they tie, and this is going to be driven as to who gets to do the last pull.
Slopko is up.
The last puller generally has an advantage because they already know what they have to do.
Bars loaded. Hayakawa. Easterly on deck. Slopko in the hole.
And if they put in the same number, oh, Ramirez put in 150, big number, so she is definitely going to follow. Okay, here comes Kotomi Hayakawa, 145, locking up second place here, both in the deadlift and prognosis total. And I'd say yes, that's looking like a good lift. Yep.
Japan, Sasuga, Homadeto, Japan. Bars loaded. Here
Bar is
comes
loaded
Dr.
for
USA
Elena
staying
Easterly.
weight. Here comes Elena.
47 kilo weight class, 145 kilo deadlift. Keep pulling. No.
All right. No
Whoa.
lift.
Well, no lift on that one. She's got another chance at that. She's got a 15 kilo lead on Alvarez.
Kiana.
Wow. Alvarez is going to have to make a big pull.
Slopko, 157 and a half.
Here comes Tatiana Slopko. Bars loaded.
Tatiana.
Sitting in first place so far as gold medal in the squat, gold medal in the bench, and working on a gold medal in the deadlift and gold medal on the total. And she gets it moving, and she locks it out. And I think they're going to say yes.
Good. All right, here we go. Currently in the silver medal position. But Slitkova is tied with her. She'll need to pull more on body weight.
All right, here comes Daria Brajnik. Going to be doing 112 and a half. She's sitting at her and Zilkova are right now tied for second, third.
Bars loaded.
And Brajnik is the lighter lifter, 42.68 kilos. Zilkova, 42.91 kilos. Sets up. There you go. I think that's a good lift.
The lift is good.
Yep. Good lift. Good lift.
Puts her in the silver medal position.
Okay. Now we'll see what happens. We got Zilkova coming up in just a little bit, but she missed her second, retaking it for her third. Okay, bar loaded. Zing. She moved up to 112.5, trying to overtake Price from the USA. She missed 110. She's now moving up to 112.5. She's currently sitting in third place in the deadlift, third place overall. Prognosis, she makes this. Nope. No lift.
No lift.
Okay, that means she will sit in the third position overall. And Zena Price coming up next. Ziana Price. Oh, Ziana decided to bump it up even more. She's going to put the icing on the cake here. She's sitting there. She's going to bump it up to 120 kilos. Her original number was 117.5. They're allowed to make 2 changes on their third attempts of the deadlift. That's the only one they can make changes after they submit a number to the scorekeeper. Have to brush the bar off between every lift.
Bar is loaded. Ziana Price.
Ziana Price, 120 kilos, 264 pounds. Actually, that looked pretty easy. They moved it up and didn't need to move it up, and she does it anyway. So she just locked up the silver position for the 43-kilo sub-juniors. Ziana Price. All right.
142.5. The bar is loaded. If she pulls this, she snatches the silver medal away.
Now we're going to go to Zilkova. Now she's pulling for the silver position. She's currently sitting behind Brajnik. She needs this pull if she wants to get the silver. Otherwise she'll get the bronze. And she is moving up. Ah, she's pulling it. She's pulling it. Keep pulling, girl. Oh. Ah, she's upset. Don't blame her. She had that bar moving. All right. Zilkova takes third. Brajnik takes second. And now Kirilova. Polina Kirilova will be your gold medalist in the deadlift. And also she will be gold medalist overall. Polina Kirilova from Russia will be your lifter. Then we will have we'll have 7 more deadlifts.
Bars loaded.
Bars loaded. Wow. Her knees locked out real fast, and yet she still pulled it strong back, girl. Good lift. Okay, Grace Alvarez, your next lifter, coming up at 130 kilos from the USA, 286 pounds. Grace is currently sitting in second position in the 47-kilo weight class, sub-junior women. Grace is 17. She's got 1 more year as a sub-junior. No lift. Good lift, good try. She will be credited with 115 on her second, which was her PR. All right, now we're going to go up to the 47 kilo junior category, and we'll go to Miyabi Kikuchi from Japan. 297 pounds, 135 kilos. And that's a no lift. 297 pounds, 47 kilos. All right, she will be credited with 127 and a half on her second attempt. All right, now we're going to go up to, for Janet Besserell, this is going to be a world junior total record attempt. This is going to be a total record attempt. Now, we've swapped out the referees. She had an attempt at a world record on the squat. She set a world record at the bench, and now she's going after a world record in the deadlift. This girl has had an unbelievably good day. Let's get her. Let's see her get this one. Let's hope so. Come on, keep it moving. Keep it moving. Keep it. No.
All right, she's already the gold medal winner.
Gold medal winner at 135 kilos in the deadlift, and gold medal winner overall, and a world record in the bench on top of that. Pretty good day, and attempted 2 other world records. All right, now we go to 145 kilos for Reina Ramirez.
She is looking to get on the podium.
Okay, if she makes this, she's currently tied with Kikuchi. Kikuchi missed her third deadlift, whereas if Ramirez makes this one, and it's only a 2.5 kilo jump, she will move from 4th into 3rd place into the bronze position with this lift. They are tied currently at 350. She only needs to make this to move into a 2.5 kilo lead. And she's gonna get it. Yes, yes, yes. She gets on the medal podium. All right. All right, now our last 3 deadlifters, Hayakawa, Easterly, and Schlapko. And let's see. Easterly will be our last puller because they go by lot number order if the weight is the same. So both Hayakawa and Schlapko are in the 47 kilo junior weight class. And then we will finish up with a sub-junior. So here comes Hayakawa. Katomi Hayakawa from Japan is your lifter. This will be 330 pounds, 150 kilos for Katomi. Tightens her lats. Oh, she lost her grip before the down command. Oh, she had that one too.
All right.
Okay. Easterly also same body or same bar weight.
This is a sub-junior world.
We have a sub-junior world record by Easterly. She missed 145. She had nothing to lose now. She's going to go after the world record in the deadlift, 150 kilos, 330 pounds. World record attempt for Elena Easterly.
This is a world
record in the deadlift, 330 pounds, body weight 47 kilos. Oh, didn't break the ground. She gave it a shot. She will be credited with 135 kilos on her second attempt. She's upset with herself.
And here we go, our final lifter, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. Elena will win the gold in the 47 kilo sub junior class, and now coming up last is Tatiana Slapko. Will do a 160 kilo attempt for her third attempt in the deadlift. She moved it up 2.5 kilos from her successful second attempt. Tatiana from Ukraine, 160 kilos, 352 pounds. Sets up. Oh, no lift, did not move. And she gets credited with 157.5. She wins the gold medal in the deadlift and overall as well. And that concludes the 47 kilo and the 43 kilo junior and sub-junior session for the first day at the World Junior Sub-Junior Powerlifting Championships in Orlando, Florida. We'll be back tomorrow with the 52 and 57 kilo women. Should be an extremely interesting session. We're going to have some of the very best lifters in the world going after world records tomorrow. Thank you. See you tomorrow.
Handing out the medals in this session, ladies and gentlemen, we have two distinguished individuals. The first is the Secretary General of the International Powerlifting Federation and the meet director. A big round of applause for Robert Keller. Robert, show us your better side, please. Okay. And ladies and gentlemen, our other medals presenter is the President of the International Powerlifting Federation from Luxembourg. Give me a big round of applause for Gaston Village. All right, all of our ladies are going to receive a participation medal because everyone that gets invited to the World's Championship is already a winner. Give them one more big round of applause as they receive their participation medals. Sasha, load it up now. All right, here we go. 43 kilo weight class, sub-junior category, the squat, the bronze medal, ladies and gentlemen, from the United States of America, Ziana Price. Silver medal, Ye Xuan Sheng, Chinese Taipei. Ye Xuan Sheng. And the gold medal winner, Janet Bessarelli. Trying to get some. All right, photos, please. Thank you, ladies. You may step back. Moving on to the bench press now. Bronze medal, Chinese Taipei, Ya Xuan Sheng. Ya Xuan Sheng. Silver medal, United States of America, Ziana Price. And gold medal with a new world record of 83 kilos from the United States of America, Janet Bessarelli. Salute. Photos. All right, thank you, ladies. Step back now. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's go to the deadlift now. Bronze medal winner, Chinese Taipei, Zheng Ya Suen. Silver medal, United States of America, Ziana Price. And the gold medal winner, United States of America, Janet Besseril. Photos, please. Thank you, ladies. You may step back now. Total category. Bronze medal, Chinese Taipei, Zheng Ya Suen. Silver medal, United States of America, Ziana Price. And the gold medal winner with the new world record in deadlift and total. A big round of applause for Janet Besseril. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of the United States of America. One more round of applause. Let's move to our next category. There is no training in the warm-up room. Please use the warm-up facility down at the end of the hallway. No training in the warm-up room right now. Next. Thank you, ladies. Next category. Here we go. 43 kilo weight class, junior category squat, bronze medal, hailing from Russia, Ekaterina Slitkova. Silver medal from Ukraine, Daria Vrajnyuk. And the gold medal winner hailing from Russia, Polina Kirilova. Photos. Taz.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. You may step back now. Taz. All right, let's move on to the bench press. Bronze medal, Russia, Ekaterina Slitkova. Slitsova. Thank you. All right, silver medal, Ukraine, Daria Barashchuk. And the gold medal winner, Russia, Polina Kirillova. Photos. Thank you, ladies. You may step back now. Deadlift now. Bronze medal, Russia. Ekaterina Zitskova. Deadlift. Hold on. Zlitsova. Ekaterina Zlitsova. Thank you. Spasiba. Silver medal, Ukraine, Daria Brajnik. Polina Kirillova, Russia, gold medal. Spasiba. Photos.
Hey, you gotta wake up early, Keston. He's checking. He's playing. Okay. I love you.
I guess you really got that now. Gaston, tell them to stay right there.
Stay there.
Stay right there. All right, let's move on now to the total category. From Russia, the bronze medal, Ekaterina Slitsova. Silver medal, Ukraine, Daria Brajchuk. And the gold medal winner from Russia, Polina Kirillova. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the Russian national anthem. Big round of applause for these three fine young ladies. Thank you, ladies. You may step back. Let's move on to our next category. 47 kilo weight class, sub-junior category in the squat. The silver medal, Alana Easterly, USA. Sorry.
You must be fast. He's tired. He comes from Hong Kong.
All right, silver medal in the squat, Alana Easterly. Gold medal, United States of America, Grace Alvarez. Photos.
Switch places.
All right, bench press, silver medal, United States of America, Grace Alvarez. Give her a round of applause. And gold medal, United States of America, Alana Easterly. Photos. And moving now to the deadlift. Silver medal USA, Grace Alvarez. Gold medal United States of America, Alana Easterly. Photos. And moving on now to the total category, ladies and gentlemen, the silver medal from the United States of America, Grace Alvarez. And the gold medal winner from the United States of America, Alana Easterly. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of the United States of America. Here we go, 47 kilo weight class, junior category, squat, bronze medal, hailing from Japan, Kikuchi Miyabi. Silver medal, hailing from Japan, Hayakawa Kotomi. And the gold medal from Ukraine, Tatiana Shlapko. Photos, please. All right, stay there, ladies. Stay there, ladies. Bench press, bronze medal, Japan, Kikuchi Miyabi. Silver medal, Japan, Hayakawa Kotomi. And the gold medal winner, Ukraine, Tatiana Shlapko.
Where's the A in that name? I can't see an A.
Thank you. Photos. Thank you. All right, let's move on to the deadlift now. You may step down, ladies. Bronze medal hailing from Ecuador, Reina Ramirez. Silver medal, Japan, Hayakawa Kotomi. And the gold medal hailing from Ukraine, Tatiana Shlapko.
Oh. Shlopko.
Shlapko.
There's
Thank
no A
you.
in that name.
Thank you, Gaston. Photos. Let's go to the total category. Thank you, ladies. You may step back now. And here we go, the total category. We're going to make them walk back up because they deserve this. Bronze medal winner, Ecuador, Reina Ramirez. Reina. Silver medal, Hayakawa Kotomi from Japan. Kotomi. And the gold medal winner hailing from Ukraine. Big round of applause for Tetiana Slavko. Thank you, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, would you all please stand for the Ukrainian national anthem. Big round of applause to these ladies. One more photo with all of them together. Get up there, ladies. Finish, Gaston, yes. Q, when you get a moment, please see Mike Zelowinski. All right, we're going to escort our ladies off once they step back. Thank you, ladies. Leaf, you're going to walk them around the front. All right. Let's have some party music and give all of our lifters a big round of applause as they get escorted off the platform. Here at the 2017 World Sub-Junior Powerlifting Championships and the 35th World Junior Powerlifting Championships, hosted by Gaston